The neighbor's car is pulling out. The gravel spits and sighs while I'm watching dust motes dancing in the corners of my eyes. They say the world keeps spinning, that the sun forgot to wait. But I'm a frozen statue standing by a rusted gate. I've packed 1,000 boxes in the theater of my mind, but I can't seem to leave a single heavy thing behind. The disappointment settled like a layer of gray silt over every dream we started and the hollow home we built. They call it moving on, like it's a simple step to take, like you can just step over every bone you had to break. But I'm just moving circles in a dark and quiet room, mapping out the dimensions of this self-constructed tomb. It's a long, slow walk through a desert made of salt, searching for the person who was never at a fault. I'm a ghost in a suitcase, a shadow on the lawn, just trying to find the meaning in the word withdrawn. The loneliness is fingers that are tucked inside my coat, and the weight of the depression is a stone inside my throat. I see people in the distance chasing colors, chasing light, while I'm negotiating terms with the middle of the night. Loss is not a moment, it's a constant leaking tap. It's the sound of every promise falling through the center gap. I'm a letter with no stand, a heart that's out of ink, staring at the kitchen tiles and the dishes in the sink. Is it moving on if I'm just dragging all the chains? Is it moving on if every heartbeat feels like winter rains? I'm not heading for a horizon, I'm not looking for a shore. I'm just learning how to breathe while I'm staring at the floor. Every forward is a lie, every better is a ghost. I'm just a hollowed out survivor, standing at my post. They call it moving on, like it's a simple step to take, like you can just step over every bone you had to break. But I'm just moving circles in a dark and quiet room, mapping out the dimensions of this self-constructed tomb. It's a long, slow walk through a desert made of salt, searching for the person who was never at a fault. I'm a ghost in a suitcase, a shadow on the lawn, just trying to find the meaning in the word withdraw. One foot in the ashes, one foot in the grave, watching all the Sundays slowly drift away. I'm moving, but I'm staying. I'm moving on, moving on, so alone. I'm speaking to the wallpaper, the patterns in the dust, in a house that's slowly turning into irony and rust. I try to call your name out just to hear the way it felt, but the syllables are ice cubes that have started to melt. There's a ringing in the hallway where your laughter used to ring, and a heaviness in every song I try to let myself sing. I'm a ghost in my own kitchen, a stranger in the hall, just a shadow of a person leaning back against the wall. And my voice is just a flicker, a candle in the draft, losing every battle to the things we never laughed. It's a thinning thread of silver in a world of heavy lead, drowning in the silence of the things we never said. I'm shouting at the ceiling, but the echo is alive, just a hollow, broken vibration that's preparing to die. I'm losing all the volume, I'm sinking to the floor as my voice starts to fade at the bottom of the door. Disappointment is the gravity that pulls my jaw down tight. It's the reason that I'm whispering in the middle of the night. I thought if I kept talking, then the loss wouldn't be real. But you can't argue with the emptiness that you're forced to feel. The loneliness is thick now, like a fog inside my throat, and I'm drifting further out in a tiny wooden boat. I'm a map with all the ink, blurred a book with no more ink, standing on the edge where the thoughts begin to sink. Does it sound even matter if there's no one left to hear? If the heartbeat is the only thing that's ringing in my ear? I'm a radio that's static, I'm a record with a scratch, a long forgotten fire that's run out of every match. I'm shouting at the memory of the way you used to stay, but the volume's getting lower every single grayscale day. And my voice is just a flicker, a candle in the draft, losing every battle to the things we never laughed. It's a thinning thread of silver in a world of heavy lead, drowning in the silence of the things we never said. I'm shouting at the ceiling, but the echo is alive, just a hollow, broken vibration that's preparing to die. I'm losing all the volume, I'm sinking to the floor as my voice starts to fade at the bottom of the door. It's a whisper now, just a breath in the dark, a tiny dying, desperate spark. Can you hear me? No. My voice is fading, fading. The morning light is a stranger that I don't wanna meet, as it crawls through the blinds and onto the sheet. I'm reaching for a ghost that isn't there anymore, just the echo of footsteps walking out of the door. I go through the motions, I put on the mask, but how are you doing is a terrifying task. I'm a house with no windows, a clock with no hands, just drifting away over desolate lands. And I'm holding the handle of a dry, empty cup, waiting for something to finally fill it back up. But the well has run bitter and the rain never falls. I'm just tracing the cracks on these four silent walls. It's the thirst of the spirit, the hunger of loss, counting the gain while I'm drowning in cost. Yeah, the heartbreak is heavy and the spirit is stuck, staring down at the bottom of a dry, empty cup. Disappointment is a shadow that grows with the sun, reminding me of everything I should have done. I thought we were building a temple of stone, but I'm standing in ruins and I'm standing alone. The loneliness tastes like the dust on the shelf. I become a complete mystery to myself. Every forever was a debt I couldn't pay. Now I'm just watching the colors turn gray. There's no steam rising up, there's no warmth in the porcelain, just the weight of a life that I can't seem to force again. I'd give anything now for a drop of the grace that I used to see when I looked at your face. But the porcelain is cold and the kitchen is still, and I've lost all the strength and I've lost all the will. Yeah, I'm holding the handle of a dry, empty cup, waiting for something to finally fill it back up. But the well has run bitter and the rain never falls. I'm just tracing the cracks on these four silent walls. It's the thirst of the spirit, the hunger of loss, counting the gain while I'm drowning in cost. Yeah, the heartbreak is heavy and the spirit is stuck, staring down at the bottom of a dry, empty cup. Just a hollow ceramic, just a hollowed out man, trying to remember how the story began. But the cup is empty, and so am I, so am I. The street lights are humming a low, hollow tune to a sidewalk that's silvered by a cold, distant moon. I'm counting my footsteps to drown out the beat of a heart that's been hollowed by a bitter defeat. There's a coat on the hook that I can't bear to touch. Funny how nothing can weigh quite so much. I've looked in the mirror till my own face is strange, a landscape of losses that I can't rearrange. And I'm walking the length of an empty street, where the shadows and the broken promises meet. The silence is heavy, a thick, suffocating shroud. I'm screaming your name, but it's never quite loud. Just a ghost in the static, a leaf in the rain, trying to find an exit from the cycle of pain. But the road only leads to where I've already been, to the loneliness locking me out and locking me in. Disappointment is a doorway that won't ever close. It's the thorns in the garden where we planted the rose. I thought if I gave you the best parts of me, I'd finally be anchored, I'd finally be free. But the anchor was lead and it pulled me down deep to the secrets and sorrows that I'm forced to keep. Now the pavement is endless and the houses are blind to the wreck of a person that you left behind. Is there anyone left and the windows up high? Or is everyone waiting for the world to go dry? I'm a flicker of neon that's starting to fade, a debt that's been settled but will never be paid. I'm not looking for home, 'cause home was a lie. I'm just looking for a place where a memory can die. As I'm walking the length of an empty street, where the shadows and the broken promises meet. The silence is heavy, thick, suffocating shroud. I'm screaming your name, but it's never quite loud. Just a ghost in the static, a leaf in the rain, trying to find an exit from the cycle of pain. But the road only leads to where I've already been, to the loneliness locking me out and locking me in. No headlights are coming, no footsteps behind, just the echo of a heart that's lost its mind. On this empty street, just me and the street, so lonely. The porch light is a halo for the moths and the cold, a promise of a welcome that's beginning to mold. I've sat by the window till the glass turned to ice, paying for a memory at a terrible price. I imagine the sound of a thumb on the button, but the air in the hallway is heavy and sudden. I'm a collector of shadows, a keeper of dust, in a house that is held by a thin layer of rust. And the doorbell is silent, a small plastic eye, watching the hours and the heartbreaks go by. It's the loudest thing here, the ring that won't come to break through the static and the low, hollow hum. I'm a ghost on the sofa, a bird in the rain, waiting for a miracle to quiet the pain. But the copper is dead and the wires are thin, and there's nobody knocking to let the world in. Disappointment is a guest that never quite leaves. He's sitting in your chair, tugging at my sleeves. He tells me that loneliness is a permanent state, like the peeling white paint on the garden gate. I've forgotten the rhythm of a knock or a stride. I'm just a hollowed out shell with nothing inside. The depression is a fog, it's filled up the room, turning every hallway into a long narrow tomb. Sometimes I stand there and I look at the wall, praying for a shadow to stretch through the hall. I take a stranger, I button is frozen, the mechanism's cold, and I'm just a story that's already been told. Yeah, the doorbell is silent, a small plastic eye watching the hours and the heartbreaks go by. It's the loudest thing here, the ring that won't come to break through the static and the low, hollow hum. I'm a ghost on the sofa, a bird in the rain, waiting for a miracle to quiet the pain. But the copper is dead and the wires are thin, and there's nobody knocking to let the world in. No chime in the kitchen, no boots on the mat, just the weight of a life that's fallen so flat. I'm listening, but it's only the wind. The doorbell is silent, and I'm alone again. The coffee's gone cold in the chip ceramic cup, and I'm staring at the space where you'd usually look up. The house is a museum of the things we didn't do, a gallery of ghosts that all look just like you. I try to find the logic in the way the fire died, but there's no use in searching for a place left to hide. I'm a footnote forgotten in a story we outran, just a shadow of the person I was when we began. Now I'm a page torn out, drifting in the wind, a chapter of a life where the lights grown thin. We were written in ink, but the paper was weak. Now the silence is the only language I speak, left behind in the margins, away from the light, a jagged little edge in the middle of the night. Everything we promised is a bridge that shook, and I'm just a fragment torn out of the book. Torn out of the book. Disappointment has a taste like iron and ash, like the silence in the room after the final crash. I'm learning how to breathe without a hand to hold, in a world that's turned to sudden, sharpening cold. They say that time is healing, but time is just a thief who leaves you with the weight of an anchor made of grief. I'm sitting in the wreckage of a dream that didn't hold, watching every silver lining turn to lead and mold. I'm a sentence left hanging, a thought incomplete, walking down the center of a one-way street. No one's coming back to fix the binding or the spine, to tell me that the ending was ever really mine. I'm just paper and sorrow, I'm ink and regret, a part of the story you're trying to forget. Yeah, I'm a page torn out, drifting in the wind, a chapter of a life where the lights grown thin. We were written in ink, but the paper was weak. Now the silence is the only language I speak, left behind in the margins, away from the light, a jagged little edge in the middle of the night. Everything we promised is a bridge that shook, and I'm just a fragment torn out of the book. No sequel, no rewrite, no saving the day. Just the sound of the wind blowing pieces away. Lost in the binding, torn from the book. Torn from the book. The porch light is flickering, a dying white eye, watching the heavy clouds crawl through the sky. I'm sitting on the step where we used to sit late, but the wood is all rotted, and so is our fate. I reached for the handle, but my hand wouldn't move. There's nothing left here for a ghost to improve. Just a suitcase of shadows and a heart made of glass, watching the seasons and the strangers all pass. And I'm fading away at the foot of your door, the shadow of someone who doesn't live here anymore. The disappointment is a tide that won't ever recede, and I'm choking on words that I no longer need. I'm the lost and the lonely, the almost and gone, waiting for a sunrise that's never quite drawn. Just a smudge on the glass, a soft broken roar, as I'm slowly, so slowly, just fading at your door. Deep in the marrow, the depression is cold, a story of heartbreak that's already been told. I thought if I stayed here, the walls would remember, but the hearth is as gray as a dead out December. Every I love you is a debt in the air that I'm paying in silence and 1,000-yard stare. I'm a map with no cities, a bird with no flight, just a smudge of a person in the middle of the night. If I knocked, would you hear me? Or am I too thin? Have I let the silence and the sorrow all in? I'm transparent now, like the frost on the pane, washed out of the colors by the salt and the rain. I'm a fragment of promise that slipped through the cracks, with no way forward and no way back. And I'm fading away at the foot of your door, a shadow of someone who doesn't live here anymore. The disappointment is a tide that won't ever recede, and I'm choking on words that I no longer need. I'm the lost and the lonely, the almost and gone, smudge on the glass, a soft broken roar, as I'm slowly, so slowly, just fading at your door. The pain is all peeling, the welcome that's torn. I'm a memory that's tired of being reborn. Just a whisper in the wood, just a shadow on the floor, fading, fading at your door. I found it hiding in the back of the cedar chest, beneath the heavy blankets where the old memories rest. I pulled the denim close and I breathed in the seams, and for a split second I wasn't just living in dreams. It's a mix of your laundry and the pine on the breeze, the kind of familiar that brings a man to his knees. But the scent is a ghost and the ghost is a lie, just a cruel little trick of a world gone dry. And I'm drowning in the ghost of your jacket smell, a heavenly scent in this personal hell. It's the heartbreak of cotton, the loss in the wool, a heart that is empty but a closet that's full. I'm holding the sleeves like they're still holding me, but I'm just a wreck in a wide lonely sea. The disappointment is bitter, the loneliness deep, with only a fabric and a promise to keep. And a promise to keep. The depression is a weight that I wear like a shroud, in a house where the silence is getting too loud. I put the jacket on just to feel something real, but I can't find the person I'm supposed to feel. The collar is cold against the side of my face, and I'm just a shadow taking up your space. I thought we were permanent, I thought we were gold, but now I'm just shivering in the sharpening cold. It's fading with every breath that I take, a little more fragile, a little more fake. I'm terrified of the day when the air turns to gray and the last of your essence finally drifts away. I'll be left with the threads and the buttons and zips, with no more of your name on the edge of my lips. Yeah, I'm drowning in the ghost of your jacket smell, a heavenly scent in this personal hell. It's the heartbreak of cotton, the loss in the wool, a heart that is empty but a closet that's full. I'm holding the sleeves but they're still holding me, but I'm just a wreck in a wide lonely sea. The disappointment is bitter, the loneliness deep, with only a fabric and a promise to keep. I'll hang it back up, I'll close the dark door, but I'm not the same as I was before. Just the threads and the smell and the empty floor. So pillows are mountains of white, frozen stone, and the silence has built me a house of its own. I'm anchored in blankets that feel like a cage, while the ghost of your absence turns every page. I used to find safety in the curve of your back. Now the world is a map where the colors all crack. I'm listening for breathing, for a stir in the deep, but the disappointment is the only thing that won't sleep. And I'm drowning in the sheets of a bed without your laugh, divided by a ghost. I'm just the broken half. The mattress is a desert, a wide and hollow sea, where the loneliness is hungry and it's feeding on me. It's the heartbreak in the fibers, the loss in the thread, a monument of sorrow in a king-size bed. I'm reaching for the air where your light used to be, but the dark is the only thing reaching for me. The depression is heavy, a lead and gray sky that sits on my chest while the hours crawl by. I thought we were braided, I thought we were soul, but I'm just a fragment of what used to be whole. The walls are all staring with a cold blank regard, and the logic of moving on is just too damn hard. I'm a pilot who crashed on a shoreline of grief, with a heart that's a beggar and a mind that's a thief. There's a dent in the fabric where you used to lay. I've been guarding that hollow for many a day, but the shape is dissolving, the memory is thin, and I don't know where our sins and lonely begins. I'm a whisper of dust in a room full of lead, just a shadow trying to survive in this bed. Yeah, I'm drowning in the sheets of a bed without your laugh, divided by a ghost. I'm just the broken half. The mattress is a desert, a wide and hollow sea, where the loneliness is hungry and it's feeding on me. It's the heartbreak in the fibers, the loss in the thread, a monument of sorrow in a king-size bed. I'm reaching for the air where your light used to be, but the dark is the only thing reaching for me. So quiet, so wide, nowhere left for a heartbeat to hide, just the cold on the left side, and the hole in my chest, in this bed without your laugh. The kettle whistles to an empty room, while shadows stretch across the floor. I've memorized the cracks along the ceiling and the silence underneath the door. I reach for warmth, but only find the sheets cold as the rain against the pane. Funny how a house becomes a hollow shell when it no longer speaks your name. And I'm still tracing your name on my skin. ghost of a touch, a beautiful sin, where you ended and I can't begin. I'm a map of the losses, a heart out of breath, living in the quiet that feels just like death, with nothing but salt in this hollow command, still writing your name on the palm of my hand. Disappointment is a heavy, rusted chain that I drag through every grayscale day. I thought we were the ones who beat the dark, but the dark had other things to say. Now the loneliness is more than just a word, it's the only friend who stayed behind to remind me of the world we used to own, and the wreckage that I'm forced to find. There's a hole in the center of everything now, where the laughter and promises went. I'm a souvenir of a broken vow and a life that was only just lent. I'm not waiting for morning, I'm not waiting for change, I'm just learning to live with the hurt. Every heartbeat is heavy, every memory is strange, as I bury my face in the dirt. And I'm still tracing your name on my skin, like a prayer that won't let the light in. It's a ghost of a touch, a beautiful sin, where you ended and I can't begin. I'm a map of the losses, a heart out of breath, living in the quiet that feels just like death, with nothing but salt in this hollow command, still writing your name on the palm of my hand. The ink is fading, but the scar is deep. I promise that I'm forced to keep just me and the walls and the ghost of a plan, still tracing your name on my hand. The neighbor's car is pulling out, the gravel spits and sighs, while I'm watching dust motes dancing in the corners of my eyes. They say the world keeps spinning, that the sun forgot to wait, but I'm a frozen statue standing by a rusted gate. I've packed 1,000 boxes in the theater of my mind, but I can't seem to leave a single heavy thing behind. The disappointment settled like a layer of gray silk over every dream we started, and the hollow home we built. They call it moving on, like it's a simple step to take, like you can just step over every bone you had to break. But I'm just moving circles in a dark and quiet room, mapping out the dimensions of this self-constructed tomb. It's a long, slow walk through a desert made of salt, searching for the person who was never at fault. I'm a ghost in a suitcase, a shadow on the lawn, just trying to find the meaning in the word withdrawn. The is a stone inside my throat. I see people in the distance, chasing colors, chasing light, while I'm negotiating terms with the middle of the night. Loss is not a moment, it's a constant leaking tap. It's the sound of every promise falling through the center gap. I'm a letter with no stamp, a heart that's out of ink, staring at the kitchen tiles and the dishes in the sink. Isn't moving on if I'm just dragging all the chains? Is it moving on if every heartbeat feels like winter rains? I'm not heading for a horizon, I'm not looking for a shore. I'm just learning how to breathe while I'm staring at the floor. Every forward is a lie, every better is a ghost. I'm just a hollowed out survivor standing at my post. They call it moving on, like it's a simple step to take, like you can just step over every bone you had to break. But I'm just moving circles in a dark and quiet room, mapping out the dimensions of this self-constructed tomb. It's a long, slow walk through a desert made of salt, searching for the person who was never at a fault. I'm a ghost in a suitcase, a shadow on the lawn, just trying to find the meaning in the word withdrawn. One foot in the ashes, one foot in the gray, watching all the somedays slowly drift away. I'm moving, but I'm staying. I'm moving on.